Hey traders, TG Watkins here. So I'm going to go over a couple things today about how we can pick out a normal trend for a stock versus when something is pulling back or failing. So I'm going to be showing you guys a couple examples of some stocks I have here that have some decent trends from periods of time that we can actually dive into and look at it and say, okay, how do we know when things are going to continue up or when it's starting to break down and you actually need to either reduce your exposure or just get out entirely. Part of the reason why I'm going to be going over this is because I have a promo coming up early September. We added a couple new features to the Moxie Indicator, which I think you guys will find very interesting. We're also going to do a breakdown on basically how the Moxie Indicator room has been going. And then also the big deal, we're launching an alert service for the Moxie Indicator trading room. So sign up for some of the things that are coming up. We're going to be starting to tell everybody about this and some of the new changes that we've made and how we're going to be changing the services for you guys if you are interested in finding out more. Okay, so I was going to talk about both the trends to the upside and to the downside because, well, you can either trade things downside, short, if you want to, and you still need to know how a trend works, or you can trade it to the upside. The other thing when it comes to something like Bitcoin, I thought this was a really good example because it's actually been in a pretty good downtrend. And so the same ideas, principles are present for when something goes up versus when they are going down. For this one, you can see for the most part, it ran into the daily 50 as its resistance. And even right here, it was starting to curve over the daily 50 and lose its support in through there. And then you can see we actually had a pretty big bounce up over here, but again, it lost the daily 50. And so that's how you knew that the downtrend was still intact, is it was not holding any kind of support. Then we kind of fast forward and you can see in through this area, there were several weeks, actually a few months, where price was basically going sideways, actually starting to form a base and a bottom. And then you can see today, this is kind of why it's on the top of my mind. Today had a really, really big day. We finally started to break over the daily 50 and we're getting all sorts of signals. We've got a squeeze, the Moxie Indicator is looking good and it's on volume. So I think that this is now the beginning of a trend change. So this was a really good example to show you guys that, let's say, if you were long and you were trying to get long here, notice the breakdown. I think this is one of the really, really key things to pay attention to. That we remember back, what was this, 2025, Bitcoin was looking really good. And basically it did make new all-time highs. But then what happened immediately after that? It reversed hard and started to break down all these moving averages. So this is where something that, hey, no fault of yours, anybody's, that it made new all-time high. You think, okay, it's going to break out. But you do need to keep in mind that if the breakout fails, you gotta pivot. You gotta get out, stopped out. You gotta do something to adjust. And you can see here, it had a strong several days of really, really going down. And that really changed the character of Bitcoin at that time. And that's when we started to get this actual downtrend. And every time that we hit a level, we bounced a little bit, but still came into resistance. Again, found a level, bounced a little bit, but then still failed the 50. And only now when we're finding the support do we find a nice little breakout right through here. And going forward, if this is going to be a new trend to the upside, we need to make sure that it can continue to hold moving averages as it goes up. Just like in a downtrend, it was holding moving averages to the downside. So pretty straightforward about what to look for as far as a trend or not a trend. And then another one that we could look at, this is Cart, the Instacart. I thought this was pretty good, mostly because if we look here on the daily chart, we can see, once again, we finally broke over the daily 50, but notice how it held the daily 50. So we are starting to see a trend on something like this and a trend change. And you can take this same concept and apply it to different time frames. So for example, now that I'm thinking about this, let's go look at wheat, because this is another one that I've been talking about. Notice even on the monthly time frame, I can kind of clean this up here, sorry. But notice on the monthly time frame, the same idea of, oh, it broke trend. It is no longer above that moving average and it's not holding it. It's actually now losing it and starting to get rejected to the downside. And every time it bounces, it's still bouncing into the underside of a moving average. And this happens to be a monthly time frame, so it's a big trend. But look what's happened over the last 6 months or so. Wheat has completely changed direction, hasn't it? And look what's happened. It did it on massive volume. So I think this is something else to be paying attention to. You look at a huge amount of volume as price basically changes direction on a monthly time frame. And now you can see we continue to confirm support into these moving averages on a monthly basis. So this is a huge trend change if you guys want to be looking at anything regarding to wheat. But more so, just wanted to show you guys the difference between an uptrend, a downtrend, and how to recognize when one of those changes. And then let's see, we can also wrap up and look at AMD. AMD had quite a few moves in through here. Let me see if I can clean it up for you. There we go. And we can even go back a little ways because this thing has had a lot of ups and downs throughout it. So it may go back 5 years, kind of in this area. And this is where the Moxie Indicator really comes into play. And this is going to be part of the promo that I'm going to be teaching you guys on I think September 2nd. So if you guys want to start looking for that, it's going to be a webinar showing you some of the new tools that I've done. So first off, remember the Moxie Indicator right there, that tells you when the Moxie Indicator has fired short. And you can see right at the time that we are getting that Moxie price trigger, we're also getting price to fail the daily 50. So there's your confirmation to the downside. Now, the thing that we've added are these dots. They're red dots, they're green dots, up, down. And what this is, they are inverse trampoline triggers and regular trampoline triggers. So basically, when price is over the 50 and the Moxie Indicator is below 0, it should not be up there. You don't want price to be in an uptrend or above the 50 if the Moxie Indicator is below 0, because that's a false move. And that's what these dots are trying to tell you. It's like, hey, they're red, watch out. This is not supported. And you can see basically every time it tried to go up, failed, tried to go up, failed, tried to go up, failed. And so yes, it was a lot of chop, but it was all failure. And that's pretty much because the Moxie Indicator was below 0. Again, there's some nuance in through there. And you can see we got another firing of the Moxie Indicator to the downside. And that was where the messy stuff was. So to just kind of be simple about this, pay attention to the Moxie Indicator, but also pay attention to the daily or the 50 SMA rather. In this case, I'm looking at the daily. So pay attention to the daily 50 SMA. And you can see in through here, look at the change. You're in a trend to the downside. So every bounce really is just a reversion to the mean. So it bounced up into the underside of the moving average, and you can see a continuation to the downside, even right there. It wasn't until we started to get the Moxie Indicator to change color, change direction. You can see there's the price trigger and a trampoline setup, all of that. And then right on cue, right when the Moxie Indicator actually fired, what happened? That is when price started to get over the 50 SMA and actually trend to the upside. And you can see this is a really nice big move. Of course, that was such a big move. It got a little overbought, came into prior highs, prior resistance. And so what do we get? A natural pullback. So seems pretty normal. Yeah, it failed the daily 50, but notice that the Moxie Indicator stayed above 0. And just also remember that this was the time when all the AI and semiconductors and data center stuff was really going pretty strong. So that was really just a temporary pullback until price wanted to go higher. And then once again, it kind of came into some other geopolitical actions. And for the most part, things were pretty subdued. But same thing, notice there's your Moxie price trigger. So energy and momentum had now gone negative. There's, again, your trampoline trigger to the downside, basically telling you like, I wouldn't be long on something like this, and that this is a fake out move to the upside. So really the Moxie Indicator was doing a very, very good job to direct and tell you guys like, be careful out there. It's not doing what you want it to do if you're looking for a long trade follow through. Again, it wasn't until the Moxie Indicator actually fired green and that we had a nice big move up here on a squeeze that price actually started to move again. And then what happened? Once again, we got super duper overbought, started to just extend itself. Market's kind of calming down a little bit. And what do we get? Moxie price trigger to the downside. And now this time you can really see, not only are we failing the daily 50, we are starting to get rejected by the daily 50. And so that's some basic, simple stuff that we can be looking at to determine when or if a stock is in an uptrend, a downtrend. That way you make sure you don't chase it and you have good levels so that if you do go into it, if it doesn't work out, you know when you need to make that decision, whether you get stopped out or just say, look, I didn't have the right spot. I got to get back out again. So I hope you guys find this interesting. Remember simplertrading.com/Moxie. And that way you guys can find more information about me, Simpler Trading, and the new trading room that we're going to be starting up early September. So we've already got everything dialed in. We got the Moxie Indicator working here with our new features. And so if you guys want to look for the advertisement for that webinar September 2nd, looking forward to seeing you guys there. All right, guys. Thanks again. See you at the next one.